It's just one too many times. You pour a drink that turns into your night. You're always down to take the extra.
Yeah, Mike G, we got Charlotte Morrison. We're about to talk to her. But first, we want to talk about 9/11. We want to thank all the people in the world that supported 9/11, that did what they had to do, all the soldiers and sailors and airmen and guardians and Marines and everyone in the whole Department of Defense and Homeland Security that went out to support this country and nation. I want to say thank you for your service. It's a great night to have her on. We're going to talk about a lot of things. We're going to get after it. But first and foremost, Mike G, how you doing tonight, man?
Can't complain. I couldn't get the mic on, but it's okay. We're back. We are back. And hello, Charlotte. Welcome.
Charlotte, what's going on with you? How are you doing tonight, Miss Lady?
I am good. It's been a day, so this is a great way to end it.
Definitely. When we got music, I mean, all you got to do, a little serenade and everything's great. So I got to hit this up real quick because I'm totally confused. How are you from Santa Monica, California, and you're in Nashville? Come on, you're like. Listen, I lived in Irvine. You are beach central.
I know.
I mean, Barbie central. And not to be, I don't want to get canceled, but I'm not stereotyping. But I'm just saying, it's that total facade down there, Valley Girl, all that, and and now you're in Nashville. Please help me out.
Yeah. Well, I actually moved out of California pretty young, and that was all my parents. I probably would have stayed if it was my choice. And I grew up outside of, spent the rest of my childhood outside of Philadelphia, and then made my way down to Nashville simply because of the music. And so far, so good.
Yeah. So are you an Eagles fan or a Jets fan or a Giants fan? What are you?
I am a Phillies fan. I'm not really a football watcher, but I will always root for the Eagles when they're on.
Okay, and they've been winning, and Jalen's doing great. And I'm a diehard 49er, so Mike's all baseball, so it's Yankees.
Oh.
And the Rays. Let's not forget about the Rays. Right?
Oh yeah, we're loving it down here in Tampa. So let me ask you this: what were some of your musical influences before we get into your music? What were some of the influences? And did it start in high school, or did it start after high school, or were you in gospel singing at the choir? What were your influences?
Yeah, I mean, all of my music, I started in music really, really young. I started playing violin when I was 4 years old, so got right in there with the instruments as a little baby. But growing up, music was kind of always playing in the car, in the house. My parents are very musical people as well. And so a lot of the folks that we listened to when I was younger, like Simon and Garfunkel, the Beatles, Joni Mitchell, Peter, Paul and Mary, those have been some of my biggest influences. But then in high school, I also found theater, and I did a lot of musical theater. I actually went to college and studied musical theater, and so that has had a huge influence on me as well, which I think can kind of be seen in the storytelling of my lyrics.
Now, what college did you go to?
I went to Northwestern outside of Chicago.
Oh yeah, we know it. The Wildcats, correct? Purple
yeah, go Cats.
I know it well. And so you're talking about. So give me a couple of the artists that kind of influenced your works, because you're from California. So and then you lived out on the East Coast. So East Coast kind of got that Greenwich Village kind of flavor out there, and they have a lot of what we call just startup bands. They're not big, but they're local. So what kind of influenced you when you were out there in the Philadelphia area?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of my influence, even from a really young age, has almost always been based in folk, Americana, and country, which is not present at all really in Philadelphia. So even as a kid growing up around Philly, kind of the only more local band that I was really big into was the Roots, and they would do the Roots picnic every year. My friends and I would go out there, and they would play. They would bring in a ton of other artists, and then constantly through high school, big influences were people like Delta Ray, which is an indie band currently based out of Nashville, but they've kind of popped around in Durham and places like that. Liz Longley is a Nashville artist as well, but she's an indie artist and is just incredible.
I
And
wanted
she's
to
been
know,
huge
was it the hip hop group Roots that you were referring to?
So they're the Roots band. They're kind of based around Philly, and they were the house band for Colbert for a while.
Colbert.
Maybe they still
Yeah,
are.
yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. Oh yeah. So what you're doing is you looked at a lot of local bands like we had back in the '80s, the B-52s, REM. All those bands were like when I was in college, they were just like the guys on campus jamming out down there in Georgia, you know. So they become pretty big. You're like really getting into your artistry. You got a new album coming out at the end of the month. And by the way, what's the name of your new album?
It's called Wild Child.
Wild Child. You seem so conservative.
In some ways.
All right. So what's the background behind the album?
Yeah, so a lot of I was kind of thinking about it recently because this is the first album that going into it, I didn't have like a story arc of the songs. I was just like, these are all songs that I love and mean a lot to me, and I want to record them and put them out and have people listen to them. But looking at it now through the last couple of months as I've really geared up to put it out, I've realized that all of these songs are like the most personal songs that I've ever written. And a lot of vulnerability, a lot of authenticity, and just like a lot of emotions. So it kind of goes through the highs of my life with, childhood stuff, breakups, figuring out who I am as an adult. And it's kind of like life for me over the last 5 years, which is really cool to share.
Charlotte, before we go any further ado, what song would you like to sing first?
I would love to sing Tennessee.
Sing it.
Awesome.
Driving in your beat-up truck down back roads, listening to Johnny way up loud, drawing out the seconds till it's over. Tennessee boy with the stars in his eyes, drinking Tennessee whiskey neath the Tennessee skies, chasing muddy waters where smokies meet their end, spending nights wrapped up in pretend. I will always have Tennessee, and Tennessee will always have me. Yes, Tennessee will always have me.
That was clean. That was freaking clean. My goodness, man, that was nice.
Thank you.
I mean, it just came through like, oh man, that was just like, we were in concert, Mike. We were in concert. Oh yeah. So before we lose anything else, the song Tennessee, what made you write it? And it's heartfelt and it is powerful.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I wrote it just a couple months after I moved down to Nashville. And like that summer that I was there, I swear, like wasn't reality. Like it felt like summer camp for adults. Like Nashville in the summer is a crazy place to be. And then it was also like right after people started going back out again after COVID, and like everything was crazy. And so, but I was getting like to the end of summer, and I like the rose-colored glasses started to kind of come off. I remembered that I am an adult and I do have responsibilities. And so I wrote that. It kind of came out as like this nostalgia piece because I had so much fun that summer, but also like I don't want that to be my life constantly. And so this was kind of like an appreciation of everything that summer meant to me, and like all of the new friends and the dating and the lake days and like all of that, but also with like a thank you for allowing me to do that, and now I gotta learn and grow and keep moving on with my life. So that's where that kind of came from.
So if I'm in Nashville, where do I find you? Do I go to Taco Bell? Because I heard Taco Bell jams out with music. But where does anybody, if they're down there, where do they find you in Nashville to come hear you play?
Yeah, so where I play is typically off the beaten path a little bit. So obviously everybody knows Broadway when they get to Nashville, where you have all of these amazing bands playing country covers and just like absolutely rocking out. But when I'm playing, I typically play only original stuff at places like the Local and the Common Cafe at the Virgin Hotel. I played the Bluebird just last week, which was really exciting. And I have a show coming at the Local for the release of the CD. And I also have a show coming up at Sunny's, which is just a couple days before the release concert. It's the 25th and the 27th of September. So if you're in Nashville, you can find me there.
Awesome. Hey, so are you doing any festivals this next year coming up, possibly?
Yeah, I have a festival in October in Greenville, South Carolina. So if anybody's in that area, I'll be playing at Fall for Greenville, which I'm very excited about.
That's what I'm talking about. So what's the next song you're going to give us?
I figured I would do number one, which is like a little bit of it's definitely contrasting to Tennessee, which I thought would be fun.
All right, let's do it.
Awesome.
Do you ever think about me when you're waking up in the middle of the night? Do you ever wonder what I'm doing when I'm home alone? Do you ever pull my number up in your phone and convince
That was tight. That was tight. Come on, Mike. That was tight. So, Mike, what you got, man? What we got? So we get one more song out before we get out of here. That was on point. Man, your voice is awesome.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, good job. Good job. Does she hear me? You can't hear me still. All right.
Yes.
Oh, so you can hear me now. Okay,
Yeah,
so I can ask
can.
a question. Okay, we're back. All right, good. I have a question. So what do you categorize as? That's pretty good. That's not country. So what do you?
No. No, I think I definitely struggle to categorize like all of my music as a whole, because I have songs like Tennessee, and then I have songs like You're Number One, and like, where do I put myself? So typically I'll just say like Americana, because that can kind of be anything. But like that has like kind of like a samba-y, salsa-y kind of drive. And I have some songs that are like kind of jazzy too. So I just, whatever I'm feeling.
That's pretty cool, because it's already like radio ready, stuff like that. So
Thank you.
yeah, so it's clean. Also, do you write your own stuff and just go for it? Do you record at home as well, or?
So I write all of my own stuff. I have, since moving to Nashville, like co-writing is a huge thing. So I've definitely started to write with other people more. But so far, all of the music that I play out and that I have released / am releasing is all written by just me, and just it's all written about like my life or things that have happened to me or my friends or my family. So it's all autobiographical. And then recording wise, on occasion, I'll like do some stuff at home. Like I have a little setup, but typically I'll go into a studio in Nashville and pull some friends or pull some musicians in, and we'll just kind of like jam and create something and see what comes out.
No, good job. Keep it up. I appreciate it. No, it's really
Thank
good.
you.
I expected some country, like we have a lot of country artists, but this is different now. Now you pique my interest, as you can say.
I'm glad.
Vince.
I got you, man. I got you. See what I deal with on a regular basis every day? That's Mike G, man. Mike G. All right. With the radio voice of the Tampa Bay area. You know what else? That is an uplifting song. Both of your songs right now, Tennessee, both of them are uplifting. And I was thinking the contemporary, you said, they call it Americana now, but it's that balance between country, contemporary, and rock. So when you do collaborations, right? Who do you normally collaborate with? Do you collaborate with a band, standard band, or do you fall in with different bands in the area?
So writing wise, I kind of pop around. I will say that like writing for me is super personal and super vulnerable, because I am writing about like my life and my experiences, and so it definitely takes some time for me to get comfortable. But there's a few artists around Nashville. The one I write with the most, her name's Kayla Dunbar. She's a great writer. And then in terms of when I actually decide like, great, I'm gonna put this song down, we're going to record it, it's going to go out. For the past 2 years, I've been working with Charlotte Avenue Entertainment and their producer, Will Gowley. So he's been amazing, and he brings so many great ideas to the table without like trying to change what I'm writing. He's like helps lift it up and make it what it is, but just heightened a little bit. So he's been amazing to work with.
I just never understand how you guys are. My brother, Bootsy's got 2 Grammys or 3 Grammys and a Billboard, and he sings with Maverick City. And I to this day he plays like 20-something instruments. I never understood how he can hear something, take the words from something. He made the Avocado song that was like really famous, and everybody's like, how did he write that? Like, I don't know. It was on the evening show. So I'm impressed anytime you guys tell me you write your music and then you're able to overlay it and with the right notes, the right tunes, the right inflections. It's an impressive thing, because I have none of those skills. I am a total shower singer. All right, car singer and shower singer. That's my capacity. So before we get out of here and we hit it up one more time, you got me another song for us before you get out of here?
I could do another one.
Let's do that.
I I thought I would do the title track. So this is Wild Child.
In a town that ain't my own yet, in a house that ain't a home yet, in a life that I just started living, with some friends I barely know, with a job where there's room to grow, with a plan that I didn't see coming. That's when this wild child starts running. 'Cause I run all my life, stage to stage, from job to job and maid to maid, and I've only slowed down when I saw disaster coming, and I keep on running. So here I am, standing still, waiting for that next drink to spill, trying to see what I surely am missing. But days go by and things are good, getting used to this neighborhood, growing roots in the ground where the wildflowers are blooming. So will this wild child keep moving? 'Cause I run all my life, stage to stage, from job to job and maid to maid, and I've only slowed down when I saw disaster coming. I keep on running. Looking up on neon lights, drunk boys itching to pick their fights, crowded lines fill a road that could lead to a highway, and I could go, yeah, I could leave, but is that what they expect of me? 'Cause I'm always the one who makes fires out of nothing. Or will this wild child choose something? 'Cause I run all my life, stage to stage, from job to job and maid to maid, and I've only slowed down to create the next disaster. And I played to the wind, I swam the sea, but is that all that was meant for me? I found life in the noise, but more with silence coming. So now it's time I stop running.
And if you ain't you guys are getting it out there and you got to buy her album, and you got to buy it. And we need to make this platinum. What do you think, Mike?
Yeah, nah, that ain't country. That's good. No offense, country guys, but this is this is some other different vibe. Good job, man. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Oh man, loved it, Shirley. We loved having you coming on tonight. You rocked it. Do not worry. Once I get this edited tomorrow, it's gonna be clean as
amazing.
And you'll love it. But no, honestly, you have been amazing.
Thank you so much. Thank you guys for having me.
You have a great voice. No, we're looking forward to having you back, and with no technical issues.
Yes.
We're gonna make sure that happens. Well, with that being said, the track came out beautiful. Everything you sang was just crystal clear. So, you have any parting words for anybody that's aspiring to move to Nashville to be like you? What would you tell them?
Just do it. I mean, if it's something that, let me start over. If there is something else you can see yourself doing, if you're like, I'm really happy teaching, or I'm really happy working in finance, that is going to be the easier path for sure. But the way that I feel like I can't go through my days without music, I can't go through my life without writing. It's how I process everything. And if you are the same way, just do it. Like, it's scary. I moved to Nashville knowing literally nobody, but there's such an amazing community. It's so inspiring. There's just like so much happening, so much music, so many artists. And once you get there, you just never know what will happen. So just do it.
That's it. That's it. Get on it, because you are rocking it. Nothing but success for you. We definitely always have guests that we love to come back on the show. So down the road, we've had Rob Rising, we had Kirsty Krause, we've had Thomas Kavanaugh. The list is long of the artists we've had on here, and a couple Grammys and Grammy nominees. And guess what? Now we have Charlotte Morris. And as me and Mike always say, keep it.
Give it up more than